Hey, how's it going? It's S-Rap. I'm a hip-hop artist, spoken word artist, and I'm here hailing from Nashville, Tennessee. I'm so excited to be rocking with you with Glass Factory for this quarantine tape session. Let's go. So this track is called Virtuoso, and yeah, hope you enjoy. Yeah, I can't face time, cause I'm working. But Heavenly Father made you like hella perfect. Practice what you preach, cause patience is a virtue. And stay on your grind, yeah. I can't waste time, cause I'm working. But Heavenly Father made you like hella perfect. They say practice what you preach, cause patience is a virtue. And stay on your grind, blessings don't come free. Hit my line, baby girl, tell me what's on your mind. Know that we living in stressful times, but step by step you know that we will find. And K Dad said we gonna be alright. One of the greatest of all time. All for one non-famous All Might. Cause I've been hitting like All Might. Hold on bro, slow it down. Underdog rose from the underground. Who is that when we do come around? Escape trying to kick it like ultrasound, and I don't play around. Back to the business. God man, I'm loving the pigment. Vitiligo, it's still hitting. All on my face made me different. So I say what I want and I want what I get, and I get what I know cause I speak it. Don't claim that you strong but doing folks wrong, cause we all know talk is cheap. But if you got it though, talk your shit. Get it in, show what you working with. Treat the whole world like a house, a mattress, something. Just gotta get the flip. And haters stay mad they don't benefit, so they just trying to sink my shit. But we wage battle here, this is the battlefield. Careful your mouth, it might get you hit. And they wish that they could match my hustle or just match my grind. I got cloudy days, but babe, you my sunshine. Sorry, I can't face time, cause I'm working. But Heavenly Father made you like hella perfect. They say practice what you preach, cause patience is a virtue. And stay on your grind, yeah. I can't waste time, cause I'm working. They say practice what you preach, cause patience is a virtue. And stay on your grind, yeah. Clocking them hours, man, overnight. People they fuss, don't wanna fight. How you gon' bark, but you scared to bite? Conflict, keep that to the right. I stay in my lane and I run it like Speedy Gonzalez. I'm coming for everyone who said I'm nothing, and nothing can stop me. You with me or opposite? I've been so opulent, all in my soul. Broken in pieces, God put me together. Now I found peace, all in my lows. To be free is to give up control. What do you do when shit start to get real tough? Anxiety starting to build up. Don't need MJ to oblige, I'm just trying to find some. I'm sparking a wave, coming ride the tsunami. These suckers like Tyson ain't biting. We know what we fighting for. For the ones not involved, voices been silent. So go grab my silencer, bust like a sniper does right on the rifle. With hand on the rifle, don't change like the Eiffel. Niggas get spiteful and wanna catch bodies. They sloppy, flop with no wings, kamikaze. But we say we want peace though. They wage war on my streets, so play the game with no cheat codes. Don't cross lines like free throws. I'm just politicking about the burdens on my mind. I got cloudy days, but babe, you my sunshine. Sorry, I can't face time, cause I'm working. But Heavenly Father made you like hella perfect. They say practice what you preach, cause patience is a virtue. And stay on your grind, yeah. I can't waste time, cause I'm working. But Heavenly Father made you like hella perfect. They say practice what you preach, cause patience is a virtue. And stay on your grind, blessings don't come free. Thank you. Alright, so this next song is called Shine, and this was written between me and one of my buddies, Darius Mines. Shout out to Mines Music. And this song, it has more of like an interlude type vibe, but it's kind of like a road when you're kind of at the lowest and you see the break in the clouds, the sunlight, and just be reminded that like you can shine. So yeah. Yeah. Raise the stakes so play it safe. I take my chips, I'm all in. grind my fingers to the bone till the Lord comes calling. So many folks done lost their hope because their hope isn't man. So many folks done lost their hope because their hope. Damn, now I ain't trying to preach or nothing. I'm the first one in the game getting foul cause they reach for something that they can't obtain. We on different levels and I compete with less oxygen. These words are heavy weights while they try to rope and box me in. Days I wake up feeling like damn well it's do or die. Other days I wake up feeling like depression personified. My sheets weigh more than mountains, no wonder I can't lift it. Like I'm stuck inside a bed or I'm paralyzed with a sickness. But I know that what is written in my story isn't for me, but to pass off all these lessons that mandate is mandatory. We done built this Babylon with no tools, just all resolve. Try to put us in a box, no wonder we break out in song. Saw my youngins locked down like they facing life in prison, trying to reset their mind, teach them that their light in prison shine. Shine. Yeah. You've been trapped and feeling tapped, I know it. The future is unpredictable, but don't lose your focus. You gotta fight to preserve what is inside your mind. It is a fortress, all you need to survive. Stay plugged into the source. Make sure that your dreams are bigger than what you do on your own. This is more than you. Remember, you got time on your hands you can't get back, so don't waste it. Make memories that make you smile and get your heart racing. Shine. Thank you. All right, so this next song is called Last. It's just a high energy trap-esque because I'm not a trap artist, you know what I'm saying? But we all have those tendencies, right? Just make sure that you don't come in last and whatever you're doing, be first. That's all that matters. Here we go. I'm gonna be a little chill because I want to make sure that y'all soak up the words. Yeah. And you can't really rhyme like the S-dub. Yeah. Trudging through the field, clear it out, yes, off of me. Flowing from these scars, carve a body and rehearse on beat. I'm partially confined, remind your mind my rhymes are fire. You start the beat, inspire, get ahead or fall behind. I'm chilling while I groove and rolling with the squatty. I'm just making all the music that gets movement in my shawty. She say she wanna get me body, Beyonce type. Party till by later, hand her my keys. Hold your horses, shawty, that's Ferrari. Yeah, we whipping it hard, I'm breaking necks by far. I'm flipping the mode, I'm busting rhymes at hard and when I spark. And you can't catch my hands in fans and stands they won't abandon. That's like sword and stone, you Al Capone, your zone is for the taking, boy. And you can't really rhyme like the S-dub. I'm the king, mate, check, call this chess club. On the scene, paper green, check the check stub. Batter on next up, cause we done saved the best for last. Super fast, smash the gas, don't be last. I might wave while I pass, don't be last. Super fast, smash the gas, don't be. I might wave while I pass, yeah. Surpass the mental, I'm making a wave. You ride the ripple, simple. Claim you're a beast, put that shizoo in a Kindle, trying in pencil. Into my schedule, don't get ahead of you, medical. Maybe it's better you get out of my ways. You misses ain't mean, cause me, I be federal. I dumb it down so you can sew it. This is code and coded. They come around and try and stop me, but they slow opponents. Cause most who know it won't share with the ones they think are hopeless. Like speaking poet, what you think my focus? I speak my sentence, but I ain't a gavel holding judge. He making time, I make a rhyme, food for soul, lunch. Front and center like when Mrs. Parks rode the bus. We standing up, black and proud, so you know what's up, yeah. And you can't really rhyme like the S-dub. Yeah, on the scene, paper green, check the check stub. Listen, I'm an animal in a cage just like my people. Mama's been shocked, they put bars up on his prison box. Looking for the spouse of this Iron Maiden. I'm a pessimist, missile press away from making my home vacant. Watch your statements, they've been listening, boy. We'll go and tell they pros, you know they cold as seek and destroy. And it's a dragon song that title tells tuned to a sing-along. So tell them bring it on because my middle finger long, yeah. Even with arms broken, grabbing a pen and I'm long stroking. Shake up the bottle, clean it up, I guess I'm pine solid. Contents under pressure, diamond in the rough. Kill a beat, now bring a stretcher, hold up. Don't suffocate and run, Kicking this game for free until it feels just like a rerun. You rise before you fall, your life is stuck up on a seesaw. I love to see y'all climb over these walls and stay in the hand, don't create, boy, you ain't God, quit playing. And you can't really rhyme like the S-dub. I'm the king, mate, check, call this chess club. On the scene, paper green, check the check stub. Batter on next up, cause we done saved the best for last. Super fast, smash the gas, don't be last. I might wave while I pass, don't be last. Super fast, smash the gas, don't be last. I might wave while I pass, don't be last. Don't be last. And you can't really rhyme like the S-dub. I might wave while I pass, speak life. Thank you. Alright, so this next track, it's called Won't Stop. And it is kind of like an ode just to my person. Something that you can take as well. The chorus is something that you can connect with. But it really is just to provide that encouragement of like, that life is going to beat you down. And there's going to be circumstances that are well beyond your control. But like at the end of the day, you always have victory as long as you don't stop. And you can use this as an affirmation. So speak it, and then you'll see it. So yeah. Yeah. I've been drinking hard, mama sorry I'm falling for all these family demons that do travel. James Harden, I thought I could give my heart and my future jumpstart him, exercise them out, but the weight on my chest is enormous, damn. Guess I heard that pressure makes diamonds straight out the flames of hell. Guess fire does purify them. God, shine in the spotlight. These rappers, they live in darkness. A shooter with the safety on, guessing you ain't that heartless, boy. It's a revival when I come around. I'm speaking life into the underground, and now your day quite sunny now. The industry give you the runaround while I circumvent convention, and internationally I'm buzzing now. Ain't you black and got locks, but I'm not locked in a box. Don't be surprised, I got the code, and when I enter your spot, is this the penthouse? Thought you lived at the top. Jumping off my porch is steeper than your high-rise drop. Just know I won't stop. I won't stop. No, I won't stop. Just know I won't stop. I won't stop. Yeah, I won't stop. George Washington was crooked, and you know it. Edgar Allan Poe me more liquid until I'm golden. His passion is overflowing. Me, I'm hyper-focused. Conform to the norm. Well, tell me, how is that going? Yeah. Fit in, I ain't trying, no. Stack your eyes to get slim, you dominoes. Sink or swim in this water, and I yell Geronimo. Well, being black is all I know, and spitting facts is all I hope it takes to get my mama to put that smack down. Find a plug and lay the smack down. Hootie hoo, yeah, I'm back now. Live and direct, cut me my check or you catch hands. I've been down and out, but then I bounce back, rubber band. I'm just a black sheep born in the projects. Grew up in middle class, Papa made some progress, and then I entered music. Somebody cue the Loch Ness. This is my odyssey, but honestly I'm headed straight for the top. Cause know that I won't stop. I won't stop. Yeah, I won't stop. Just know I won't stop. I won't stop. Yeah, I won't stop. He got locks like Jamaican. Plus he a real nigga just like a Haitian. You set the bar and I raise it. Stay in motion, that's in his plan still. All these fake cartoon niggas drop anvils. Watch where you step. And don't be so animated. Highlighter laminated. The game been soil contaminated. Now y'all quick to leave and post and abandon bases, while I'm back to basics and making statements like the top is vacant. They tell me slow it down, rap, you killing them. Nah, if I thought provoking, then I come through and pillage the whole busy. They want bars, ain't that what prisons are for? Drive by with the clips, banana peel and I'm gone. You telling me right my wrongs? We wading waters in the eye of the storm. Ain't no shookin' job, this is our timer for sure. Cause after everything that my ancestors endured, I got 3 words for you, so you just know you've been warned. Because I won't stop. I won't stop. Yeah, I won't stop. Just know I won't stop. I won't stop. Yeah, I won't stop. Thank you. All right, so that last track, one big shout out to the production, Cadence Pat, you killed it, and then also gotta give a shout out to my brother Manas for the vocals. It just adds the perfect just sparkle, the shine, the meaning on top of it. So thank you for that. This next track is called Royalty. This is actually going to be my next single that I'm going to release. This was a collaboration between my brother Keller, shout out to Keller Music, and Soundsphere. If you're an indie artist and you need tracks, go to Soundsphere. I promise you will not be disappointed. I'll let you find out what they do. Anyway, track is called Royalty. We're all royalty. So, yeah, wear your crown, wear it high. Let's go. S, rap, cold flow. Listen, I know I'm fly, I got to try, defy the odds. Watch me make reality out of mirage. I've been counting these dead presidents like casualties. Casually, I know who comes after me. Well, they can't feel my shoes. I'm hella cool and decent. Live free like nights and weekends. Tell me about this life you seeking or your fight for freedom. I've been meaning to express this grievance. My competition ain't here. This competition ain't fair. Seize the throne, I'm the heir. I've been the plug and all of my sources, they give me the boost. Yeah, coldest one out of the crew. Yeah, look at what I've been through. Yeah, I live my life my own way, so discreet. Cause I found love and I found peace and I found me. Yeah. And I found a beauty to go with this beast that won't leave me hollow like slugs in these pieces. Kind of my pain, what I pain is discreet. Come keep it a buck when you buck up to me. Cause I don't got time to put on and that. You can move on with that. Cause I bet on black and never fumble rap. I've been appointed and know that. I've been anointed, can't hold back. Where am I going, don't know yet. But can't stop a nigga with focus. Can't take them all to the well to drink. No time to think, don't wanna link. And life can change like how you blink. I fight to rise, no time to sink. Listen, I know I'm fly, I got to try, defy the odds. Watch me make reality out of mirage. I've been counting these dead presidents like casualties. Casually, I know who comes after me. Well, they can't feel my shoes. I'm hella cool and decent. Live free like nights and weekends. Tell me about this life you seeking or your fight for freedom. I've been meaning to express this grievance. My competition ain't here. This competition ain't fair. Seize the throne, I'm the heir. Royalty. Thank you.
Up.
Not much. How you living?
Living good.
No, that's right.
That set was really dope. It was super inspirational. So I want to start with an important question.
Uh-oh.
What is your mission as an artist?
Ooh. No, I'm kidding. This is kind of like my favorite question. So it's kind of like a twofold thing. One, it is to speak life and positivity in everything that I do, and in a very, very, very condensed way. I had a long history being a battle rapper, was really good, but understood that you don't make friends through battle rap. And then realizing that it's a contest to see who can creatively degrade the other person. And really understand the impact of words and going from such a like negative and toxic space. Given I don't knock people who battle, because there is a lot of creativity and skill that goes into it, but you don't always have the control of what people walk away with. So I ended up like through some faith stuff in college, like I got saved and became a Christian, and came across a scripture that said like, if life or death is in the power of the tongue, those that love it will eat its fruit. And so from there I was like, oh, my words have an impact, and at the end of the day we have a choice between verbal and nonverbal communication to speak life or speak death. So I was like, oh, I want to speak life in everything that I do. Not necessarily meaning that everything is happy-go-lucky, but it's to be, you know, like raw and truthful. And then the second principle is Xnahilo, which is this idea of creating something from nothing. And so just realizing that, like, you know, if you can see something and you can speak something, then you can speak it into existence. So
It's the truth.
yeah.
Love that. You're bilingual?
Yes,
What's the other language you speak?
Nihongo.
Do you
So,
ever implement that in your music?
I do. So, like I speak Japanese and then I also rap in Japanese as well. So.
Cool. How
Yeah.
what brought you to learning Japanese?
Yeah. So, in 2012, I was studying undergrad at MTSU, audio engineering, and I went and studied abroad for a year in Osaka, Japan.
Cool.
And then while I was there, I linked up with some music artists, some rappers, was in a little band, and we were doing shows and stuff. And so it was great. The language program was super intense. So one semester over there was like 4 here. So it was like in one semester, I went from not even
0 to 100.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
It was wild.
Can you tell us about the band experience playing over there? And
Yeah.
just like the musical vibe over there?
Yeah, so I had like 2 groups that I was kind of running with. One group was called H.O.M.E, and it was like a bunch of students that like, there was one dude, they were basically like hip hop enthusiasts. And so they loved the more boom bap, old school type vibe. And so the group was called H.O.M.E, which was like symbolic to DJ Kool Herc. And yeah, we were like just doing shows, and at the student festivals and stuff we performed. And then my other buddy, his name is C's Tiger, Cztyger, and he's a rapper, but he does more of like trap rap stuff. But his persona is super dope because he came from the background of like the more darker side of Japan, like when it comes to like drugs and violence and yakuza and stuff like that. But then being able to step away from that and free himself to become an artist, and like has a really, really massive following. So it's really cool.
Word.
Yeah.
That's a lot. That's cool. You collaborate with a lot of different artists. It seems like. Is there something specific that you look for when choosing collaborators?
For me, it probably comes down to like a person's character and persona, like, because I love working with people and I love working with people that work hard. But I don't like working with people that like we don't gel like on a personal or a character or spiritual basis. Because I feel like music and building connections and relationships, it's more than just the you shoot me an MP3 or a wave and I put vocals. But it's like, you know, I want to build relationships with people. And so, yeah, I mean, for me, it's about the character and just making sure that like we gel. There's a lot of scenes and areas where it's like I don't fit and I don't try to, you know what I mean? But at the same time, it's like I don't want people to be reaching out just because like I have opportunities or they see me as a doorway, when really it's like I can't help you if we can't help each other, you know?
Right.
So.
What is your creative process like?
So I have to give a huge shout out to my mentor, Derek Minor. He's like a really, really big and fired Christian rapper. Also, people don't know, but he's a phenomenal producer and just a creative genius. So before, I would make beats and I would try to like arrange out an entire song and then try to like write to the different parts. I'm like, man, something is weird about like me moving in a constricted environment. So I started hanging out with him in the studio, and what he would do is he would just create like a loop, but the loop would be dense and strong enough to give you an idea for a song, and he would write the entire song and then arrange the beat out and build on top of it, and then if he needs to revise his lyrics. And the song was very more like organic that way. So I kind of adopted that. So what I do is, like, I'll sit down and just kind of like play with some loops or play with some ideas, just get a melody and some drums down. And if it's not enough to like, oh, this is what I want this song to be about, then I just kind of save it, move on to the next one. But yeah, so I get a nice little loop going, then all of a sudden it's like, cool, I can build off of this. From there, songs are born, or I might shoot it to people and be like, hey, what do you think? And then once it's like, now it's time to flesh it out as a song, because I'm not the most proficient musician, that's when I'm like calling people. I'm like, hey, can you lay keys on this? Can you fix my drums? Chop this sample for me? I strongly believe that collaboration is king, so I'm trying to work
Everything
more
takes a
collaboration.
village.
Listen. Cannot do this by yourself at all.
Yeah, that seems like a really efficient methodology. Is that the right word? Is that how you say it?
I think so, yeah.
So, you mentioned earlier off record that you know how you learn best, and I liked how you said that, and this just kind of seems like an extension of that, which is really cool. So, what advice do you have for people who are just like trying to do the damn thing?
I'd say that my best piece of advice is just to do it and do it often, and don't be like me and get stuck in this perfectionist bubble and don't actually like put yourself out there. I think the reality is that the path to success, the fastest way to the path of success is to fail often, to fail over and over and over, because even when you look at like, you know, like I was telling you about like my affinity towards engineering, and it's like the engineering process is that you make something, you test it, it probably fails because it probably sucks. Then you analyze, optimize, and you do it again. Then you analyze, optimize, do it again. It's not like the very first thing you make is the perfect thing. And, you know, like artistry is a similar thing. So it's like, you know, make that EP off the laptop microphone, you know, and put it out. Then from there, it's like, see the reception, cool, go buy that USB microphone, put it out, you know, save and buy studio time, build, but it's like, even if you have like a $500,000 studio and services and stuff, if you have no fan base, when you put that out, you're not gonna go anywhere, you know what I mean? Because everyone that, for the most part, everyone that has success, like, there was time that was put into it, and it's like, you know, no one is going to like, you're not gonna die if you put something out that's whack, or something that's like, it could be better. It's like, cool, well the next thing will be better, you know? So just fail often, and don't be afraid of failure, but invite it, because it is the main ingredient for success, in my opinion.
Definitely. Can't do if you don't go.
Yeah.
Gotta do something. What is the best piece of advice that you've ever received?
You know how like when you have an interview and there's like the questions that it's just like, oh man, I wish I would have done homework. That's the one question that is like, so the best piece of advice that I can think of, twofold. One is what I just said, was to just put yourself out there, which, you know, personally, I'm speaking to the choir, like I'm still struggling with that myself. But between that and then this guy gave me some advice, and he was like, you know, just know that if you truly believe that this is what you're supposed to be doing and that this is for you, then it's like, don't let anybody get in the way of that, and understand that like the people that are going to be your biggest haters are going to be the closest people to you. Personally, I had like a bunch of pushback from my family for a long time, when it's like, you know, because I get it from the outside looking in, like somebody's like, I'm going to be a rapper. And it's like, you don't want to go study engineering, you know. And so it's a lot of pushback until I started to have success. And then it's like, oh, like you could really do this. But it was like, you know, my friends supportive since day one, you know, and it's like, you would think it'd be the opposite way. But yeah, so it's like, don't let anybody kill your shine, you know, and there's people that are definitely going to try to steal your thunder that are the closest to you. So just be aware of that and know that you got to kind of move with thicker skin at times. And it's all out of love, so, you know.
Can you tell us about your mastermind group?
Yeah, okay. So I have a group that meets on Mondays. It's called Eclectic. It's currently closed and in secret, so if you try to Google it or search for it on social media, you're not going to find anything. But it's basically a group of creative entrepreneurs. In a nutshell, I came back from touring in Africa, and I was like, man, like I feel like I was hitting this glass ceiling in my artistry, and I just could not break through by myself. But also realizing that I have a lot of hard and soft skills that are transferable to other people. So I was like, okay, well, what if I leveraged that and I was helping other people out and then analyzing what they have outside of that, right? Because I gained a lot of skills, especially from battle rapping and freestyling a lot. It's like I'm very analytical, very strategic, and very like quick-minded. So I was like, okay, you know, realizing I can learn so fast and then transfer that information, and realizing that it was like, oh man, people actually need this. And so it started with 8 of us meeting every Monday, and then it just grew to like 25 people. And so now it's like understanding that we're taught it's a dog-eat-dog world, but the reality is that there's more than enough room at the table for everyone to eat. Shout out to Rashad. Slight story behind that. Everyone kind of like knows me as this guy that's been touring in Africa in front of like 20, 30,000 people. But the interesting thing is the people who booked that tour first reached out to my buddy Rashad the poet. He's a local MC, motivational speaker and everything here. And so they reached out to him and was like, hey, we want you to come on this tour. You're awesome. You're dope. And he's like, yo, it's been my dream to go to Africa, to perform in Africa. And then his wife was like, you know, our oldest son starts school for the first time. And the tour was like 2.5, 3 weeks. So he was like, I can't do it. But he went to the people and he was like, hey, I can't go, but I know someone who's perfect for it. He threw my name in the hat and then told me that he threw my name in the hat after he did it. And then they picked me up, and I've been going consistently for the past like 5 years. And he was just like, man, you know, I'm not doing that because I'm not expecting anything in return, but it's just like, I understand that like when we do things for each other without this expectation, you're blessed either way. And so my mastermind group is kind of me taking that mentality and like paying homage to that of like, I'm just here to bless you, to help you become successful, because I know that if you're successful, I'm successful. And if I'm successful, you're successful, and that's how we all raise together. So,
I love that perspective.
yeah, so it's been really dope. Of course, if you're interested in attending that, yeah, just shoot me an email or something, a DM. But again, you're not gonna find it online. So, but yeah, so we take dues, and right now we're trying to continue to gather more resources for people. So we offer like a mastermind group, like Adobe Creative Cloud login. So this way you don't have to pay for it yourself, but you get a membership, you get access to that. You get access to having meetings here, a Zoom account if you need something beyond the 40-minute limitations, and over time to expand those resources, whether it's like the stock footage sites and, you know, Shutterstock and Getty Images and lynda.com and whatever else we can provide, so that this way it's like to help you not buckle under the weight of the cost of being an entrepreneur on the front end. So
I love collectives, having just a common space for resources, and yeah, that's great. Love it, love it, love it. Can you share some highlights from your tour in Africa?
Yes. Okay, so it is connected to this nonprofit in Denver called Global Livingston Institute. And basically the founder of it, he went to Africa and he went to a clinic. He was getting his doctorate and he was studying like community development or something like that. Sorry, Jamie. And he walked into this clinic and this woman had like half her shelves was like empty. And so he was like, oh my gosh, this is so terrible. You know, I'm gonna come back and rally support. We're gonna fill and stock your shelves full of fresh medicine. And she was like, if you do, that's great. But if you don't, like, we'll be okay. We'll survive. We don't need you. And instantly he had this weird like, oh, I'm definitely coming in with this kind of like white savior complex, and realizing that it's like I'm sitting here trying to fix something when I don't even fully understand the need, but also the true path to like community development and sustainability is to sit with the people. We all kind of assess the issues and you let them solve it, you let them run it, and then if they just need additional support, you offer that. And so that's how Global Livingston Institute was kind of founded and moved. So they were doing a whole bunch of like HIV awareness in East Africa, because at the time when they started, it was like 10% of the population was HIV positive. And so they basically were like trying to get people tested, but there's so much stigma behind like going and get tested, going to the clinic. They believe that like if you use condoms administered by the government, you're more likely to get HIV. Like, it's just very wacky. And so they were just not having a lot of success regardless of how much money and stuff they pumped into it. So they had this weird idea. They were like, yo, what if we showed up and did this free music festival and took the top A-level artists, I'm talking like the Rihannas and Beyoncés and Drakes of these countries, and just put them on stage for free. People show up and then just have medical tents off to the side. It's like you can get tested for free. And it, the first year they did it, they had like 8,000 people show up, and they had 800 people get tested in 6 hours, which I think beats how many people they had in an entire year in the country. And it stopped at that number because they ran out of tests.
Wow.
So now every year it's kind of grown. Now we do 3 cities in Uganda, 2 cities in Rwanda. Every show averages about 15, 20, 30,000 people. Probably about like 8,000 tests. You know, it's, I mean, setting world record numbers. And it's really dope because of the, you know, the people and really getting to meet people. I have people that come up to me afterwards and they're just like, you know, you've empowered me, and like, you know, because everything is about not finding out whether you're positive or negative, but understanding that when you learn your status, you have power. Power for yourself, power for your family, power for your friends and your community. So it's about being empowered. And it's like just being able to see people be empowered, to see children be inspired by their adults and their family to be empowered, you know, and also to have like kids be like, I want to be like you. I want to, you know, take my words and impact people's lives, be on stage and impact people's lives. It's incredible. So
that's amazing.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. I'm so glad that you got to have that experience.
yeah, I mean, it's life changing. So any chance when I get an opportunity to go, like I go. And freaking COVID, man.
I know, right? Speaking of the devil, what do you feel is the most impactful takeaway that this whole COVID experience has given you?
I'm going to say something, and it's probably going to be a super unpopular opinion. But before COVID and before we ended up in this panorama, in this Pandora, but before the pandemic hit and everything kind of shut down, there was so much stress being an independent artist, trying to operate like a label or a signed artist or management company or you know, artist development, all these different things where I'm like, okay, I gotta make sure my social media is on a calendar, I gotta make sure my aesthetic is right, my color palette's right, I'm using the right hashtags, I gotta make sure that my music is a certain way, the cover art's a certain way, the videos, you know, and when you don't have the budget for that stuff, you're under so much scrutiny that it's like, if it's not super, super professional and like top notch, then it's like you can't be successful. You won't get the attention that you want if you're not on a schedule and doing all these different things. And then like when COVID happened, it's like, bro, just do you. You know what I mean? It broke away and tore down this whole like rigid structure. You have to play by a certain amount of rules to become successful. And the reality is like, you know, one, the music industry is mostly ran by non-music people anyway. So it's like, just do you and enjoy yourself, you know, and it's like, the success you get is the success that you get. Like, don't get me wrong, like, don't slouch, but, you know, you don't have to have that weight or that burden that's like, if you're not waking up at 5 a.m. posting on Instagram, your engagement's gonna be low, and then you're never gonna, you know, hit 10,000 followers or get the blue check or, you know, get endorsed by Elon Musk or whatever, you know. And it's just like, nah, if you're making the art that you want and you're putting your best foot forward, success will find you.
Yeah.
So
I've been really impressed with all the creativity that has spurred from this season.
listen.
Yeah.
I never thought I would be a fan of TikTok, and then all of a sudden, when I started seeing like the creative
Kinda
stuff,
fun.
yeah, I was like, okay. I don't know if you've seen the girl that does all the transition videos.
Which one?
She does this stuff where she'll like take her head and take a hat and throw it across the room, then pop on it and then like spin her head, and it's wild. I'll send that to you.
Word.
I'm not gonna derail the interview, but it's lit. Once I saw that, I was like, you know, the possibilities for indie creators is very limitless, and it's not so much, it doesn't have to be a high scale production, you know what I mean? just gotta make art.
Mhm.
So
Back to what it's all about.
yeah.
Okay, fun question for the last one. So, you are quite the multi-talented, intelligent human being. Maybe you're an alien, we don't know. But yeah, you got all these hidden talents. What do you feel is your favorite, like, secret superpower?
I'd probably say that like I learn stuff really fast. As one of my homies says, is abnormally fast. But I love it. Always gravitates back towards creativity. So like the latest thing that I've been learning has been like 3D modeling, and just like one seeing the connection from like my childhood and high school, and like, oh yeah, I understand CAD, but then like I'm like, oh, the possibilities are endless. Like I can now make a video where I'm rapping on a spaceship, you know, and then the next video I'm dancing on the rings of Saturn, like, and then the next video I'm, you know, standing on my watch like this tall. Like you can do literally whatever, and just realizing that it's like it's quirky and it's fun. I don't expect people to be like, oh, his shading isn't right or the dimensions aren't proportional. Who cares, you know? So I love just being able to learn like from that, learning web design, learning you know, different social media stuff. The catch-22 is that I'm kind of like lazy. So for instance, like the past couple of years I've learned like videography and photography, but I like am very anti, like I don't want a bulky camera and a gimbal. So it's like I was like, how can I do everything on my phone? You know, so I bought like a gimbal for my phone and bought a lens, and it's like for the level that you can get on your phone, I was like, oh, this is killing.
Yeah.
Portrait mode, you can do some pretty crazy things in portrait mode, you know. And then I was able to partner with a buddy from my collective that like is a photographer and videographer, and so it's like, well, I can still have fun with my phone, but if I need to up the ante, I can go to him. You know what I mean? And it helps me be able to speak the language of other creators in other realms. So if I need to talk to someone who does graphic design, then it's like I understand the terminology that you're using on a base level, but this way, so hopefully I can convey the idea I have. If you're a 3D modeler, maybe we can speak the same language, you know. So, yeah, I guess it's language and communication. Just growing in that.
Multilingual aliens.
Listen.
Speaking to all the dimensions.
Trying to meet people where they are. So.
Where that's important. Yeah, and unique, because I don't know. I don't meet many people where that's their like mission, you know.
Yeah.
So that's good. That's good.
Thank you.
Well, it's a wrap.
Hey.
Thank you all so much for rocking with me. Got to give a big shout out to Glass Factory. Today has been amazing. So if you want to stay connected, feel free to find me at SWRAP, SWRAP on Instagram, Twitter, or you can just go to my website at swrapmusic.com.